Boom, 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 boom. Look at what I got. Looky, looky what I got. All right. We've got some packages to open up here. So I have a pretty good idea what's inside them. So looking forward to hopefully, let's see what's inside box number one. You can see we have actually two boxes. So there's nothing better. There's only one thing better than getting home and getting a box. It's getting home and getting two boxes. So let's see what is in box number one, shall we? Shall we? All right, let's see what we got here. It's going to be like this, I think. Oh, I hear things falling around inside here. That's not a good sign. All right, let's see what we got. Boom, 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 boom. Bunch of paperwork, and then let's take it out of the box and see what we have. So let's get rid of all this newspaper. Get rid of that newspaper there. All right, so what do we have here? We have Kursk, South Flank by Avalanche Press. This is a Panzer Grenadier game. So let's see what comes in the box, shall we? Alrighty, let's see here. What do we do here? We just lift up the lid, I think. I think that's what we do. I'm hoping there will be enough room to put some of our other Panzer Grenadier stuff in that we didn't have enough room, or we didn't get any boxes in that. So hopefully there might be some room. We shall see if I can get a damn thing open. Good Lord. So again, this is Kursk, South Flank of Kursk, Panzer Grenadier game, Avalanche Press. Right? Let's see what the back cover says. Kursk, South Flank, Panzer Grenadier game by Mike Perryman. All right, so let's see here. Oh, I need to refresh my other screen because it's locked up as usual. Let's refresh that screen over there while I try and get this box open. All right, so there we go. Finally got it open. Oh, it comes straight open. Okay, there we go. So Panzer Grenadier South Flank. This is a scenario book. Okay, by Avalanche Press. Comes with how many scenarios is this? 40 scenarios. Some of these scenarios are multiple pages. Unlike the old scenarios, they try to jam them into like a single page sometimes, and you didn't get all the information. This one has much more detailed information on it, which I do like. So all kinds of, this is going to be Germans, Soviet forces, let's see, this is going to be, I don't know what, not sure what country that is actually. But anyways, there is the scenario book. Okay. Comes with the catalog of their games. All right. Just wanted to make sure nothing's falling out because it looks like they didn't bother to put any of the... All right, so we talked about this not too long ago on my channel here. We started looking at Panzer Grenadier and the system. And these were the original maps from what I'm calling Wave 1 of Panzer Grenadier games, the first 15 or so that were released, and the generic maps that they came in, right? See, this is from the East Front game. All right. This is the new style map. So not as glossy and shiny. So you can see there is some gloss to this one, but this one's got like this, I don't know, glossy coating on it. This has just got a nice smoother look to it. So here we go. So when you compare these two maps side by side, you can definitely see a big, hopefully a big difference in the quality. Here is in fact, this looks very similar to the map I'm holding. These two maps look, actually, this might be the exact map. Very close anyways. Yeah, I guess we'll go back like this. Very similar maps. Two roads coming in, the town, a few town hexes, some fields hexes, but even the clear terrain hexes are a little more interesting. Much nicer quality. All right, so we have map number 37. We have a few counters. A few of them had fallen out. So let's be careful with that. And here is our, let's see if we can let you guys see this a little bit closer. Zoom. Oop, God, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Not at all. My elbow hit the. There's some of the counters. Let's see here if we can show you some of the vehicles. Here we go. Trying to not lose any counters. That would not be cool. These are interesting. So let's look at the old counters and compare them to the new counters, right? So one of the big things with the old counters were the old, where you have the dog ears, you got to cut them out and everything like that, right? Then you got to spend hours and hours trying to round all your counters off, right? Like this one here is a good example. See, I spent hours and hours cutting all my little counters so that they would have this. Now these, interesting enough, are like, they're almost like, Scrabble tiles. You know, they got that same wood feel to them as opposed to the old counter smooth. These are like, you know, they almost feel like wood counters. You can almost see and interesting enough, it looks like they just literally, my cable's caught. Good Lord, I'm having all kinds of problems. It literally looks like they just fall out and then you just take them and just pull them apart like that. I don't know if you got to see that or not. But there's no like dog ears or anything on them, which is super good. So here's a second counter scene. It looks like you just basically let the counters, like, just take them and just pull literally, here's two, right? And we just kind of pull them apart like that. And then there's no dog ears. Your corners aren't all messed up, right? Your corners are square. Oh, I got the counter upside down. That doesn't help, but that's interesting. I kind of like that because so much easier to unbox your war game and be up and running in like 10 minutes as opposed to 6 hours later. So just trying to make sure none of these fell on the ground. Here's 4 of them so you can see the thickness of them. I don't know if that'll zoom in or not, but yeah, they almost feel like scramble tiles. So there's another counter sheet. I'm gonna have to be careful so they don't fall off there. And here's another counter sheet with some of the ones that are already falling out. But yeah, but literally they just fall right out, which is awesome. If you're a war gamer, you know one of the hardest things to do is actually, once you get your war game, is spend the first 6 hours of it cutting counters and trimming the edges of the counters and everything. So very kind of happy with that actually. So as we talked about previously in Avalanche Press's, hey, how you doing, Jeremy? How you doing, Tribe fan? Good evening. Hope all is well. Thank you, Jeremy. I was just opening box number 1, and this is for you guys just joining us. Where is the lid? Where did I do with the lid? Oh, here it is. This is Kursk South Front, a Panzer Grenadier game from Avalanche Press, avalanchepress.com. And I was just showing the difference in the maps and the quality of the components compared to what they used to have, right? So back in the day, the counters, right? You'd have to spend hours and hours and hours getting your little counters out and then trimming the corners of them and getting rid of all your little dog ears and everything. Now these new counters, holy cow, they are so good. They literally, they just fall right off the thing. See that? I just took those 2 off. And then all you have to do is just take them and just snap them apart. You got no dog ears. Everything's nice and square. Perfectly. Very nice. So let's pull these off here. There's maps. We compare the quality of the maps. Holy cow, what a difference. What a difference. So this is East Front, right? One of their original Panzer Grenadier games. And then we'll compare that to, say, map number 39 here. All right? It might be a little hard to see. Let's see if we can, we'll keep them folded up. I'll show you like this. This might be the best way. Much nicer. Much nicer quality, much better components. Again, if you're a wargamer, you know what a pain in the ass it is to take all your little counters and all your sheets and separate them and cut off the counters and trim and everything else. These things just literally just fall apart right in your hands. Look at that. No clipping. You don't have to worry about the counters, the corners. Here is map number 38. Here, you know, when you look at the town hex, you know, when you compare the 2 town hexes here, let's see. I mean, it is, see if I can really zoom in on it. I'll try to focus in so you guys can see it in all of its glory there. Let's see if I do it this way. So you got like individual buildings now, you got shadows, you got just so much nicer. The trees, let's look at the trees. All right, here's the woods hex. All right, here's the hill hex. Let's see some of the town here. So much, oh, so much better. All right, so that's that. There's another map 36. It still came with the 3rd edition rules, which is interesting because the 3rd edition rules, they've now released the 4th edition rules, which, as you can see here, I printed out today. So I've got the 4th edition rules and all the 4th edition charts and everything. Updated that. This did come with the 3rd edition rules and all the charts and scenarios and information. Probably won't be using that. There's another counter sheet. Now this one's like the old format. This is like the old format. The counters are like the wood. What I was saying is they kind of remind me of Scrabble tiles. I mean that's the thickness of them. And kind of, they're not flimsy. They're like, I don't know if they're hard cardboard or what they are, but that's the look of them. And you can see they just kind of just fall right apart. So you don't have to clip counters. You don't have to do any of that nonsense. But this admin counter sheet is like the old. It's like the old flex counters, where you're gonna have to cut them out, cut the edges and everything. So that's that. So that's not a problem. I just love these new counters, though. This is so cool. And of course, you get a die. Why you only get one die, I have no idea. Should have been 2 dice. But anyways, there. I'm separating my counters. See how hard that was? Literally. I could probably, take this one sheen here and be done with it in like literally. Like 2 minutes. Well, we're going to open box number 2 here in just a second. I just wanted to see how hard this is going to be. This is really easy. So this is the newer Panzer Grenadier games. It's going to be interesting to see what's in box number 2 and how that compares. No clipping of corners, which is so nice. I literally spent the whole weekend clipping counters. That's all I did all weekend was clip counters. So not having to do that is so nice. So this is something I got off of eBay. There was a gentleman that was selling this, and I put a bid in, and he countered my bid, and I ended up accepting his counter offer. So I got it for pretty reasonable price, and free shipping. So, well, the cost I paid included shipping. So it's probably half of what the retail value is. So yeah, there's a counter sheet gone. Boom, done, right? All I have to do is just separate a couple of them by just breaking them off. Very nice. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day. I got 2 packages in. So, all right. So let's see here. Let's put the map spec in here. So it looks like it comes with, how many maps did we count out here? 1, 2, 3, 4 maps. 4 maps. The series rules and all the charts. Again, this is 3rd edition. We do have the 4th edition. Viper Dave, how you doing, buddy? Come with one of the old counter sheets with the old counter style, but these are just the admin counters. 3 counter sheets of units. Of course, the scenario book. I think there was 40 scenarios in here is what we looked at. And I literally just took one sheet, one board war game counter sheet, and just took it apart in 2 minutes here. I've got a couple counters. There's just have to just take them apart like that. It's so wonderful. Let's take a look at a couple of the counters if we can. For you guys. It's hard to do, actually. So I got this huge shadow. Let's see if it'll zoom in on that. Come on. There we go. There's a counter sheet, or counter. 76.2 millimeter. All right. So let's see what's in box number 2. Let's see what's in box number 2. It's just so much better. Like I said, I spent all weekend cutting out counters and clipping corners and everything. And it was literally like Saturday night, I was up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday, I basically spent 3 or 4 more hours just to get all my little stupid corners clipped. All right, now what do I do with those so I don't mess those up? Fortunately, being a professional YouTuber that I am, I've got baggies ready to go. So we're just going to put all this stuff in some baggies. We'll get to box number 2 here. I've got some more packages on the way. Looking forward to more unboxing here. More unboxing videos to come. I'm going to have to get a Play-Doh box or something from Walmart. Hopefully I didn't drop any of them on the ground. That would be kind of bad. All right. Panzer Grenadier Avalanche Press. Compared to the old maps, yeah, night and day, that is for sure. And where's the lid? There's the lid. Kursk, South Flank, Panzer Grenadier game, Avalanche Press. Put this in the background so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, so let's open box number 2. I have a pretty good idea what's in here, but I could be mistaken because I've got several things on order. I'm not sure what's arriving on which day, and so I could be shocked to find out what's in here. I doubt it, but you never know. Nope, I'm not shocked. I knew what it was. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, very nice shipping. Look at that. He spent some time to put some bubble wrap around it and everything for me. That was really nice. Super good. I'm surprised because I got this for really cheap off of eBay again. This is another one of these ones I think I made an offer and they accepted. So I'm like, cool. I don't pay full price on eBay. Never pay full price. People think their stuff is worth a lot more. There we are. All righty. So what do we have? You might be asking. Well, what we have is another Panzer Grenadier game. This one is called 1940, The Fall of France, Avalanche Press again. Let's open this bad boy up. I think this was already opened. It wasn't like a new box. I don't recall. I don't think it was a new box. I normally don't pay. People want to, oh, this is unpunched, never used, and they want to charge you more for it. I'd rather get one that somebody's played with and already have the counters separated and everything anyways. So, and it's like buying a used car. You get them for a lot cheaper. You buy a new car, it's a lot more expensive. So, all right. So let's see what's in Panzer Grenadier, The Fall of France in 1940. This is one of their monster games. So yeah, this is already open. The guy had it already separated in counter sheets for me, right? So why would I want to buy a brand new and have to cut all the counters and everything out myself when I can get these don't come with the game, right? So the guy had to buy these separately and add them to the game and separated all the counters. Okay, here's one sheet. So this is France. This is Germany, obviously. This is France. Right. Some admin counters. Some dice. Roadblocks. Sure. More of the train effect charts. Oh, look at these. Oh, I was looking for these. Looking forward to checking these out. So these are the old maps, right? East Front. Wave 1, Panzer Grenadier. Very generic, boring, yucky map, right? Now you look at France, 1940. Same company. Like literally night and day, isn't it? Literally like night and day. Let's try to get it without some glare for you. So which would you rather play on? This or this? This or this? So much, if you looked at my Avalanche Press videos talking about the series and everything, the first video is dedicated to basically talking about the company and about the quality of the components they used to release, and now they are so much better, as you can tell, so much better than they were in the past. Much better quality components, better maps. Makes you actually want to play the game, right? Here's the woods. Here's a town down here. Hill hexes over there. All right, so that's 3 maps. Map number 4. Individual buildings and shadows, and it's just so much better. Map number 4. Map number 5. Map number 6. Map number 7. Map number 8. Scenario book. Admin counters. And still 3rd edition rule book. Right? If you're just joining us, they have released the 4th edition rules for Panzer Grenadier. You can download them for free. I would highly recommend you do it because they basically clarify and give good examples and much better thought into the wording so it's not confusing. Basically redid the rule book, download it for free, print it out. It's only 36 pages, but it's definitely much better. And of course, all the different charts that you're going to need as well. You can download all that stuff for free. So you got the 3rd edition rules still in this box. I'm not sure the date they switched over to the 4th edition, but it's basically the same edition. with just some clarifications and better examples and stuff. So more admin counters, right? The Fall of France. Let's take a look at the Fall of France. How many scenarios are we got in the Fall of France? So this is 50 scenarios. But if you look at the old way they used to do it, they used to put a scenario on one page, and that was it. When everything gets squeezed on one page. Now you can see scenario 50 is half of one column. It's the full page over here and half a page on the next page, because now they've decided we're actually going to give you the information you need about the scenario instead of trying to just limit it to one page. So super cool. So 50 scenarios, plenty of different scenarios. You can see here, it'll show you how many map boards and the design of the map boards. Here's two map boards. Here's a single map board over here in this scenario. So 50 scenarios ranging in size from, small, just couple here counters here and there, and then some huge mammoth scenarios. Usually in the beginning of it, there are special rules for this particular series. There's usually like a page or two. So it'll talk about some of the playing pieces, some of the special rules, some of the terrain features. Like here we have hedgerows. Obviously in East Front they didn't have hedgerows, so it talks about the hedgerows, the sunken railroad, armored fighting vehicles, transports, infantry, anti-tank, and assaults, dismounted cavalry, roadblocks, French leaders, and optional rules, sorry. And then start right off, scenario number 1. A beautiful morning, May 10th, 1940. This is going to be the Großdeutschland Regiment, pride of the the Nazi Germany, led its way into the Belgian Ardennes, convinced of their manifest destinies and rulers of the world. The first elements of the IRGD sang a marching tune as they entered the village of Cervey on the morning of May 10th, surprising a French motorcycle platoon that surrendered with nary a shot. They kept on singing as they marched to take the bridge across the Semoise River at Elten. So this scenario is 15 turns. Here's the different units, blah, blah, blah. Special rules, and the conclusion of the battle. You can see this scenario here is just one page and then a couple paragraphs on the second page. Some reinforcements that might arrive. So, and then, you move up the ladder, you look at different scenarios, and yada, yada, yada. So what do we decide this is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maps. 8 maps. 1 admin counter sheet. And I don't know how many counter sheets were the units, but this is, like I said, I would rather pay cheaper to have someone already cut it out and add in things like counter sheets. That this doesn't come in the game. So why wouldn't I spend less money and have someone cut everything out for me and put it, add in components like this that I don't have to buy? Why wouldn't I do that? That just doesn't make sense. So these people that are like, oh, this is unboxed, never opened, and they want to charge you an extra $20 because it's never been opened. Well, for me, I'd rather have it opened. And it costs me less money because it's already been opened. Because most Warhammer gamers are like, oh, I have to get something new. It's got to be unopened, unpunched. All right, so that is the Fall of France, 1940 Panzer Grenadier by Avalanche Press. And of course, Kursk South Flank by Avalanche Press. The Panzer, both of them are Panzer Grenadier World War II Tactical Infantry Combat Systems. Maybe it'd be better if I do it side by side like that. There we go. So there is my little haul for the day. What do you guys think about that? You guys ever played Panzer Grenadier? Have you watched my videos of Panzer Grenadier? I'm going to be releasing more videos and getting to talk more about describing the system and everything. Probably do another video on that probably a little bit after I'm done with this video. So I don't need that's for sure. I do love these counters in Kursk. Absolutely. If they're going to keep releasing those, I am all about that. I am all about that. And what I have to do is put these in the bottom. This is the top, because this is the wider side. But these tiles that come like this is just so much easier. Poof, poof, there's my counters ready to go. How long did that take me? Like 2 seconds. They're like Scrabble counters. I like that. I have to find out if they're releasing newer games with these kind of counters or the old counters. That's for sure. All right, so that is it, my friends. Jeremy, Viper, Dave, TriFan 879. Thank you all for coming out. I do appreciate it very much. Of course, you gentlemen are wonderful. Hopefully you're having a good night. I'm having a great night. 2 wonderful little projects. I've got a big package coming later this week. Big package coming later this week, and then another package next week, and that'll probably be it for a little while. But we're gonna have lots to play with now. Panzer Grenadier, the Fall of France, 1940, and Kursk South Flank Panzer Grenadier games. So thank you very much, guys. Hey, no enemies here. How you doing there? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Unfortunately, you missed the big grand opening. You get to see what was in the boxes at least. If you want to see the contents of what was in each box, you can watch this video back when it goes live here in just a few minutes. But there you are. Surprise, surprise. 2 more Panzer Grenadier games. I really, really like the counters in this one. Being able to take these apart so quick and everything, that's awesome. And I love the fact that the gentleman I bought this off took care of his game and put everything and separated it into the counter sheet, what do they call these things? The counter sorters. So you can tell when somebody takes the time and effort to do that, they take care of their stuff. So I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, I guess. So we ended up picking this up off eBay. So there we go, 2 more games. Unfortunately, we don't have anything yet to put our other Panzer Grenadier stuff in, but we're getting quite a collection there, guys. Yeah, no enemies here. I came too late. You did, my friend. Just heads up, I got 1 more box showing up later this week. Big surprise what's in there. And then next week, I've got another big box that can't wait to show you those 2 boxes for sure. I knew these were coming because I had already ordered those. But I got 2 more packages with 2 really good things you got to definitely check out. Later this week will be the first one, whenever it arrives, but it should be here sometime this week. And then the next one, I think it said delivery would be next Monday. So look forward to seeing that, guys. Otherwise, we'll see you when I do my next video. I appreciate you stopping in. Hello, good night, have a great one, and we'll see you next time.